Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today, on Anything Can Happen Day, we're doing a mail day. I do that sometimes on Thursdays because anything can happen on Thursdays. You never know what you're going to get. Today, we're going to open some mail. These are cards that I have bought online over the last couple of months. I find that January is a great month to buy baseball card singles. February also gets some good deals, but really anytime from about November through February, you can find some good deals on baseball card singles. So that's when I do a lot of my singles buying for the year. And then once the Super Bowl is over and things get going in March with spring training and everything, people start thinking about baseball. Card prices creep back up, and then once the season's in full swing, you have a harder time getting deals. You can still find them if you look, but it's a little harder. So these are three items that I bought. There's one card in here, and several cards in here, and we'll open that one first and see what you think. One of the reasons I like opening this stuff on the channel is because then I get to kind of hear what you guys think about it. If you think I found some good stuff, if you like it as well, it is always nice to know that. So this is a bunch of Adley Rutschman cards. These are all Adley Rutschman rookie cards. Put that over there. And some of these I did not have. Some of them are going to be duplicates for me, but some of them I did not have. And given my lifetime fandom of the Orioles, I've been collecting Rutschman. I've been collecting Gunnar Henderson and some other Orioles from the current team as well. It's wonderful to me because they finally have a team that is actually making the postseason and actually has some superstar players on it. It's been a long time since that has happened, and then last year it all seemed to come together, but then of course they were eliminated very quickly in short order. They did not make it very far into the postseason, but nonetheless it was exciting to see them go, and I expect that they will go to the postseason again this year, and unless there are a bunch of injuries or something like that. So this seller has crammed all of them into these thick top loaders, usually reserved for memorabilia cards or relic cards or stuff like that. But all of them have been crammed into here, so I get a couple of new thick top loaders for when I pull thick cards, and I'll go through these, show you what I got. Stars of the MLB, Rutschman, not a particularly difficult card, but still one I didn't have and one I was delighted to get just to add to my growing collection of his cards. Here's one I didn't have that I was really excited to get. It is a Topps Finest card, and it's a beauty. I think that's a really pretty card. I like the design on that a lot. Did not open any Topps Finest this year, so there was no chance I was ever going to get that card, but there it is. And here's another one I really wanted and did not have. This a Bowman Chrome card. That's just a beautiful card, in my opinion. That's a really classy looking card. Like the just kind of the simplicity of it. There's nothing overwhelming about that card. Just a really nice card. I got a couple of these. These are the throwback design versions, 1988 design. And I had one of these, but I wouldn't mind getting more of them, so I thought, why not? And here's the regular, the regular base card design there, which is certainly not a difficult one to find. That one's probably the easiest one, and, not bad getting one of these. This is the harder one. I think this is from the complete set, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure, yeah, it says complete set on the back there. I thought for sure it would say it, and it did. So that's the complete set version, which is pretty cool, because you can only get that if you buy a full and complete set of 2023 Topps, which I did not do. So nice to get that. This is another pretty one, 2022 Greatest Hits. And I think the design there, sometimes on some of them it looks really good, and sometimes it does not look that good on the players. But I think with this one, it looks pretty good. I like it a lot. It looks like a bunch of autumn leaves spraying up behind him or something. There's another of those Bowman Chromes that I like so much. And then this one was this a Bowman one that I did not have, and I really like the photo on this one of him ready to throw somebody out. It's a really nice photo, so I was happy to get that one. So several in here that I just had not gotten and did not have, and so I was delighted to get these. All in, I paid less than $1 a card for these, so I was pretty happy about that. I think the potential of these to go up is pretty high, but even beyond that, I'm collecting Rutschman, so it's nice to get some of these and have cards that I did not have already. So that was a nice lot for me. It was hard for me to resist that. Open this one next. This was a I have to be honest with you, this was kind of an impulse buy. I did not go looking for this. I just kind of came across it and was like, I don't have that. And it's not expensive. This was, I think I got this card for $1, if I'm remembering right. And it is not the, I guess this is an extra that the seller threw in. That is not the card I bought. That is just an extra. It is the wistful looking Tony Gwynn on the Donruss Studio 91. I don't know. Maybe this guy watches my channel and he knew I like studio cards. Maybe that's why he put these in. There's another one on the other side of the card that I actually bought. Let me get these out of here. It's pretty awesome. Put that over there and we'll look at these studio cards. There's Bob Welch, who looks kind of dazed or something. I don't know what's going on there. Let's find out about Bob Welch. His interests are his children, which I suppose that's my main interest right now, is my children, actually. He likes old-time rock and roll music, collects art, and is a fan of Eastern Michigan University. Tony Gwynn, meanwhile, is interested in fishing and tennis, and he listens to jazz and collects records, much like myself. That's pretty awesome. His heroes are Pete Rose, Willie Davis, and Rod Carew. Pretty good set of heroes there. Of course, Pete Rose may have let him down a little bit, but nonetheless, pretty cool that he threw those in. I'll have to see if the guy actually knew who I was and watches my channel. Maybe that's why I did it. This is the card that I actually bought. It is one I did not have. Get this in focus. It'll be a lot more exciting for you. It's coming in. There we go. All right. Very nice to see. That's Ken Griffey. And I don't really have... My Ken Griffey collection is focused on playing era Ken Griffey, and I don't really have very many of him with the Reds. For whatever reason, it just never really was appealing to me to buy his Reds cards. I have, most of my collection is from his Mariners days, but still a pretty cool card, and again, one that I did not have, and I really like the design of. It's a neat card, and I'm happy to get it, and this is a playing era card for him. It's a 2000, and I think it's 2005 card, I believe. Yeah, it is, 2005. So, nice card. I just was kind of interested in it, and it's a Topps Pristine, if you were curious about that, in case you wanted one. And it wasn't that expensive. Like I said, I think I got this for $1, so this was just one that I was on there looking at something else, and this happened to be like in the, you might like this, and sure enough, I did like this and ended up getting that. So a neat one to add to the PC. I'll put that in the Griffey binder along with the rest. And then this one was a single purchase that I made. Like I said, I buy a lot of singles during January, and this was one of those, and I'm going to cut into this here. This is a card that you have actually seen me purchase on this channel before. This is another copy of a card you've seen me show you that I bought on this channel before. I think the last one I bought was like maybe 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. And then I I bought this from Greg Morris, who is one of the bigger consignment guys for baseball cards out there. He just has tons and tons of vintage cards. If you're buying a vintage card from the 70s, 60s, or the 50s or something, you're probably buying it from Greg Morris or maybe Rick Probstein. Those two guys are the biggest consignment guys out there. I have bought cards from Greg Morris before, and he's pretty reputable. He has two. You have to remember, he has two eBay stores. One is, I think it's called GM Cards Graded. You usually find a little better quality cards there than his regular GM Cards one. I don't remember which one I ended up getting this from, but he had a bunch of these, and it's a very rare card, actually, and he had a bunch of these on there, and I was really surprised at that because you don't see this card come up all that often. And so when I saw how many he had up, I was like, I'm going to kind of scope out what I think is the best one and see if I can get that one, and that is the one I got. It is a 1971 Dick Allen, and this looks, I have two of these, and this looks better than either of the two that I have. It looked better online, and it looks better now that I have it in hand. Centering is pretty good. It's a little thicker on the right side, as you can see, but other than that, it's very nice centering. And the back also looks very nice. The corners are quite good, and 1971s are really hard to get graded because of that black border. Of course, it picks up any kind of damage, and it's always susceptible to just, getting dinged and getting little nicks in it and stuff like that. And this one looked great. This one I think is better. I brought the two out, dug these two out before the episode today. These are the two that I had, and I don't remember which one I most recently purchased that I showed on the channel or not, but this is a nice one too. This is actually quite well centered. I don't think that the edges are quite as nice as the one that I just bought, and this corner up here, as you can see, has a pretty serious ding in it, or a chip. I think that's actually a chip out of that corner. The corner's still there, but the black surface looks like it was chipped, which again is very common for 1971 cards. And here's the other one I had. This also has a little chip in it put up at the top there. But and this one is not as well centered at all. This one is definitely probably the worst of the three. This is the first one that I ever bought. I'm pretty sure of that now that I'm looking at it. So this becomes the third one. This is one of the very few cards that I would ever want to get duplicates of. For one thing, I do like Dick Allen. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, and I think he will get there. I think he comes up again next year. It's either 2025 or 2026. I don't remember, but he will come up again for voting then, and I really think he will get in. He's missed by one vote both of the last two times that he's come up, which I think is disgraceful. The guy, you'll get his lifetime stats. He should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. You look at All-Star, MVP, all of that kind of stuff. Absolute Hall of Famer all the way, in my opinion. So, the reason I like this card so much, it is a short print. This is a high number card. As you can see here on the back of the one that I just purchased, it is number 650. And it is not only a high number short print, it is a super short print, because on the printing sheet for 1971 cards, for the high numbers, some cards appeared twice on the printing sheet and some cards only appeared once. And those cards that only appeared once are super short prints from 1971, and this one is one of them. The Dick Allen only appeared once on that printing sheet, so it's especially hard to get. And I think this one is definitely an improvement over the two that I have, and I'm delighted to have it. I don't know that I'll get it graded, but it's tempting. I'll have to look at it more closely, get the magnifying glass out and see what else I see on the surface and things like that. It's in really nice shape, and looked at a lot of these cards over the years. They're very, very hard to find in decent condition. They're kind of hard to find to begin with, but they're really hard to find in decent condition. And like I said, Greg Morris had, I think, 5 of them up there, which is crazy for anybody to be selling like 5 of them at once. That's nuts. And I really tried to pick the one out that I thought was the best of the bunch, and this was it. So I'm very happy to add that to the PC. If you guys have any questions about the 1971 short prints and super short prints and other cards, if you're wondering who else is on that list, I'd be happy to answer any questions in the comments. It's something that I've done a lot of research over the years on. And as I straighten out Jiminy Cricket here, shout out to Mrs. Dre Diaz, who is a big Disney fan. Dre mentioned to me that she likes to see Jiminy on the show. And of course, thank you to Surf North for sending that to me. Appreciate it a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. Once again, thank you for tuning into the channel. Give it a big like if you don't mind. It certainly helps the channel, and I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with Dorking with Dice on Ice. It'll be the last one that is just vintage hockey, be the last one like that for quite a while, and that is because next week baseball season starts, a week from today, in fact, and we will be putting baseball back in the box beginning next week, but you still get all hockey this week, and I'll see if I can get the pack opening machine to join me for Dorking. He always seems to like to, and I would like to have him added onto the show for that. I know he gets a real kick out of doing the rolling and the opening, and I certainly enjoy having him here, so we'll see if I can get him on. In the meantime, I appreciate you coming out to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, happy collecting.